Well, hello there. It's Cecilia, your engineer by education, home business owner by desire. And I wanted to give you this quick video today to show you how to set up your website for the new iOS, the Apple changes that are happening in Facebook. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to verify your website domain as well as set up your conversion event. So you've got to be in your business manager. Your back office looks something similar to this, and you want to select business tools. From business tools, you're going to want to go into your events manager. And it's really super easy to get this set up. The hardest part is getting with your domain provider to get the code from Facebook put on your domain. And if you need assistance with that, you can also Google it as well. So make sure that you are in your main Pixel event, and we're just waiting on Events Manager to finish loading. You're going to have this information here that's just telling you about the Apple iOS 14 device changes. So you can minimize that. You want to scroll down on this screen and select the aggravated event measurements. Once in there, you want to configure web events. Now, look, both of my domains are verified, but I'm going to take you through the process to where you are going to add your domain if you haven't done so already, since this is a little, all right. So you're going to select manage domains. What I did on that last screen, just so you know, is just make my screen smaller so you could see everything on the screen. So it's going to take you into business settings. And again, you're going to want to add your domain. So you're going to select add. And again, this has to be for domains that you own. If you've got ClickFunnels or MailChimp or something like that, you need to make sure that you own the domain. ConvertKit, GetResponse, any of those other email things or landing pages, anything that you're using, you have to make sure that you own the domain. At this point, you're going to enter your domain. So we're going to use example.com. Of course, you know, that's not a real domain. We're just doing this for the purposes of training you for this video. And you're going to select add domain. Once you select add domain, you'll notice that it says that it is not verified. So what you'll need to do is either do the meta tag verification, HTML file upload, or the DNS verification. I found that the DNS verification is easiest, but again, get with your domain provider and find out which of these three options they prefer that you use. It also gives you the steps on what you need to do to verify that domain. So whether you use DNS, HTML, or meta tag, excuse me, get with your domain provider, find out you only need to do one of these three, but get with your domain provider and find out which of these three is the one that you need to use, because you'll need to get this added to your website. Again, this is just for illustration purposes only. Example.com is not available, but I wanted to show you how you go about doing that. All right, so let's go ahead under the assumption that you have done all these steps. You've added this here. It will take about 24 to 48 hours before you should come back and check this, because Facebook has to do something on their end once you add one of these three options to your website. Once you do that, you'll go ahead and select verify, as I've done with my website here. So it says that it is now verified. Once your website is verified, you are going to want to go into brand safety and then domains. And once you're there, which we already are, just showing you where things are, you want to select Add Assets. So this isn't a good one because this is just my my blog site. We'll use this one. You'll select Add Assets, and in this space here, you would add then your page name. Into you would just select here, classic pages, and there's me. I would add me, Cecilia Morris, and add that asset. And this is done. Successwithcecilia.com. I've added that one asset. And that is all you need to do to verify your name or your domain to make sure it is compatible with the iOS changes that are happening between Facebook and Apple. Now, the next step in this process is you're going to go back to your events manager and you're going to go back into the AEMs. And this time we're going to go to the domain again and we're going to select manage events. Now, what you're doing at this point is you are going to set the priority for the main thing that you're running ads for. So, for me, the main thing I run ads for is complete registration. That is going to get the highest priority. The next priority for me is initiate checkout. That's when someone clicks on my buy button. And then the last one is the purchase. So these are the three main pixel events that I have set up for my account. If you have other pixel events, you would prioritize them from highest to lowest. And you can move these around, as you can see, just hover and drag to put the priorities in order. But this is how you set up your conversion event. So let's say I'm going to add an event and it's telling me to choose the pixels. Now you'll only be able to choose, I'm going to choose my pixel, and you're only going to be able to choose events that you have done before, meaning events that you have already ran your Facebook pixel to. So the only one that's on here that I haven't selected is view content. So I'll just select that for this purpose. View content is if you just want to have a Facebook run to, say, a blog or to something where you just want to know who viewed the page. That for me would be a lowest priority. Once you have your pixel events set up and your conversion events in order from highest to lowest priority, you'll select submit. And then that way you are all set up for not only verifying your website domain, but your conversion events as well. I hope you have found this video useful and super easy. Again, going back into Events Manager, just to show you again, make sure you're going to go to your Events Manager, get rid of that, and you want to select Aggravated Event Measurement. This is verifying your website domain once again. Configure web events. You are going to manage domains. Just waiting on this to populate. Zoom does run a little slow. Our websites run slow when I've got Zoom on, but I want to run you through this one more time. You are going to add. When you add, you're going to enter your website name, like I entered Success with Cecilia, or in this case, example.com. Once you get that added, you will pick just one of these three. Again, I find the DNS verification to be the easiest and most popular. Get with your domain provider to find out which one they want you to use, because this is what you will have to add to your website. And most often, your domain provider will add that for you, so that way you don't have to get into the background of your website and try to plug this in. If not, please do a Google search, because putting this in incorrectly can screw up your website. Once you've added the DNS verification or the HTL or the meta tag, just one of those three, wait 24 to 48 hours. click on verify. Once you click verify, you should see your website has been verified. Once it is verified, you will come into brand safety, domains. You will then add assets, as I showed you earlier. I'm not going to do it again because I know I'm already in here. You'll add yourself as an asset, classic pages. Of course, there's me. You'll add yourself, click on add, you'll be all set. So that's the biggest part, is to make sure your domain is verified so your ads will run successfully on Facebook. The conversion events is step 2 once your domain is verified. Again, for conversion events, you're going to go to the same place as you were before, Events Manager, but this time you're going to go to Events Manager, that aggravated events measurements, and this time you want to select Manage Domains. I hope I picked the right one. I don't think I did. Hold on, now I got myself confused. Let's try this again. Manage events. So go into your events manager, and this time you want to manage events, and this is where you'll set your priority from highest to lowest. All right, that is the end of this video. I hope you found this useful. As you can see, it's relatively easy and painless to get your domain verified so your ads run successfully for the Apple iOS changes, as well as set up your conversion events. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me on Facebook, either via Messenger, Cecilia Faye Morris, or on my website. Thank you again, and have a wonderful rest of your evening, or your day, or your morning.